It's the most unusual talk show in daytime. This is Miss Rhonda Sloan, Major B from Carmel, California. This is Miss Karen Black, a salesperson from Hackettstown, New Jersey. And from Chip, Tom Riley. From the L.A. Kings, Charlie Simmer. Comedian Jay Johnson. From Fridays, Darrow Eichen. From At Ease, David Naughton. From Gloria, Lou Richards. And from Days of Our Lives, Wayne Northrup. And why are we all here?
Because it's just men. And I'm your hostess, Betty White, and these keys... Listen, thank you. I should have stopped you because you might change your minds, but you really don't have to do that. Thank you. These keys start this beautiful Ford Mustang convertible, and they're the only ones who do, because these other 6 sets of keys do not start the beautiful Ford Mustang convertible. And I'm going to take these over and pass them out among our good-looking fellas over here. Charlie Simmer of the L.A. Kings. How are you?
We're just smaller.
I was going to say you didn't look. I could have sworn.
You're crazy, right?
Get down here, you silly kid. These are silly kids here.
Friday
Hi,
joke. You
darling.
guys should have saved it.
Thank you,
Isn't this
Lou
right here?
Richards. Thank you, darling. Now, Wayne, and you will stay there until after school. Way after school. Thank you, Wayne. And Jay Johnson.
I didn't want to move.
Thank
I'm
you.
afraid people would forget who I was.
Oh, no, never, never, never. Oh, and David. David, nice to have you here.
Thank you, Betty.
So much.
Nice to be here. You're asking that question because you were late yesterday.
Tom Riley. Officer Bobby Nelson in Chips, as you well know. And Tom, you also did a movie, Paper Dolls.
Yes, I
about
did.
modeling?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's this I hear about you used to be a much bigger fella?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Well, one time I was...
Just sitting down, Betty.
Hey, Jay.
You were how much?
I was 225 pounds.
Long hair, mustache?
Long hair, mustache. I used to talk like this.
I mean, I've heard of heavy hair, but that's ridiculous. 220 pounds, and look underneath all that. Look what there was. You clean up very well, I must tell you that. Thank you. Hello, Darryl.
Hello,
There's your set of keys.
Thank you, Dad.
Love you on Fridays.
Oh, thank you.
And you play the Ice House a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I played the Ice House. I played comedy clubs across the country.
Oh, that's great. I know you have a wonderful Bill Cosby and a Johnny Mathis impression. Could you give us a sample?
Which one?
Both.
Let's see.
One at a time.
Bill Cosby is like this here with all the Jell-O pudding in the glass.
And what about Johnny?
Johnny Mathis is sort of a Boris Karloff singing. Love me, say you do.
Thank you, Darryl, and thanks for being with us. Let's go down and welcome our contestants, and our champ from yesterday is still here, Ronnie, a maitre d', female maitre d', maitre d', whatever. And you won a trip to London.
Oh, yes, I did.
Congratulations, and Karen, you see, it can be done.
I hope so.
Karen, I understand you're from out of town.
Yes, I am. I'm from Hackettstown, New Jersey, and I'm visiting my friends.
And you just got out on a visit, and you were lucky enough to... Well, good for you. It's too bad we didn't have good-looking fellas for you, but we did the best. You know how our game works. Here's what we're trying to do. Whoever wins the most keys by the end of the game gets a chance to choose one of the sets of keys and try to start the car. And in this first round... Oh, it's wonderful the way that works now. Oh, we're going to be talking about the subject of evolution. And I think this is just adorable if I can... I'm not getting personal. We'll be right back and find out what the question is right after this. Now, before the show, we asked these hunks the question, do you believe that you evolved from apes? And at least 2 of them said yes, they thought they had. And I wouldn't touch that. Now, find two of these yeses, and, of course, you get their keys. And you've drawn the questions from the ones we've prepared. You'll each have approximately 60 seconds to ask the questions. We won't interrupt any questions or answers. We're going to start with you, champ. Ronnie, you'll have the first opportunity. We're looking for a yes to the question, do you believe that you evolved from apes?
Okay, Betty. Jay,
Yes, ma'am.
what one thing did Charlie and Cheetah have in common?
Charlie and Cheetah? Charlie. Was he another ape? I knew a producer named Charlie, and probably lack of class was what they had in common. But Charlie and Cheetah, I assume that they were both monkeys striving for show business.
Okay. Darrow.
Yes.
What do you think an archaeologist would say if he found your bones 1,000 years from now?
He said, wow, what a heavy dude.
Okay, Charlie, what's the most animal-like thing about you?
Animal lover that I
Is
am.
this a daytime TV show?
Good luck, Charlie.
I would say my knees.
Okay, and Tom,
Yes.
what would you like best about being a caveman?
Cave women.
All right, that's about as much help as you're going to get, Ronnie. Who said yes? He does believe he evolved from apes.
Charlie. I would say
Charlie, do you believe that? Yes or no? No, we'll see you in the next round, Charlie. All right. Now,
Hey,
Karen,
Betty, I'd like to start with Tom.
you'd like to stop with Tom if I know Tom. Okay.
Karen, talk to you after the show.
How hairy are you?
Animal lover that I am.
Let's see. The last time I checked, God, I'm not hairy enough.
With or without makeup?
Jay, let's see your best impression of a monkey.
I've been doing it since Monday, so my best impression of a monkey is this.
That's your best.
Darrow,
Okay, I didn't say it was my best.
if you were an archaeologist, what would you want to dig for?
Women.
Wayne, what do you think happened to the dinosaurs?
Oh, like a lot of other things in life, they just passed on to that big cesspool in the sky.
Okay.
On the strength of that, who said yes? He did believe that he evolved from apes, Karen.
I think Tom said yes.
Tom, did you say yes or no? Yes, yes, yes.
Looking at Tom, I can believe it.
All right, you have another chance. Right, this time, one question, and then you can tell me who said yes or no.
Okay, Darrow. I'd like to ask Darrow, where do you like to hang out at the zoo?
At the hyena cage.
I see Darrow. Darrow says yes.
Darrow, do you say yes? Yes. And that ends, there are two yeses, that ends round one. Let's see the rest of your cards. Cards up, everybody. You don't think so, Jay. You do, David, yes. No, Wayne doesn't. All right, we'll be right back with round two right after this. The score going into round two is 1 apiece, so it's a brand new ball game. And as we told you earlier, whoever winds up with the most keys gets a chance to try to start the car. There's another way you can win, and that's to win all 7 keys. Doesn't happen often, but it can be done. Then you get an extra key to try. So do your best. Now, in this round, watch this. No hands. In this round, we're going to look for 2 no answers on the subject of daughter's date. And we asked these gentlemen, would you let your daughter date before she's 16 years old? And at least 2 of them said no, they would not let her do that. Now, this time, whoever gets the no answers gets the keys. But if you're wrong, that star's key goes to your opponent. So be very, very careful. Everybody's going to play this time except Tom and Darryl. So we're going to stay down here in the lower registers, as they say. We're going to start with you, Karen. You're looking for a no answer to would you let your daughter date before she's 16?
Okay, I'd like to start with Wayne. What is the one thing every teenage girl should know?
A lot about teenage boys.
Okay. Lou, when you were first dating, what did you usually go for?
What do you say we ask the monkey?
That's the nicest answer you could.
What was the question again?
When you were first dating, where did you usually go?
He didn't.
We're over to Tom's house. We used to go to the movies.
Told you not to tell anyone.
Just go to the movies.
Charlie, what would you do if you caught your teenager smoking?
Ask him for a hit.
They'll never hear it in Michigan. Try to put her out.
Depends what they were smoking.
Okay. Wayne, who would you want to tell your daughter about the facts of life?
Captain Kangaroo.
I think she should read it in the drugstore. No, her mother.
All right, on the strength of
Cop
who
out.
said no, he would not let his daughter date before she was 16?
I think Lou.
Lou, would you let your daughter date before she was 16?
Only if this monkey. No.
The way to do it. Now, Ronnie, whom do you want to ask?
Let's see. Okay, Wayne.
Okay.
Would you want your teenage daughter to have a career like Brooke Shields?
What kind of a
A career like Brooke
Oh, a
Shields.
career.
Career.
Oh. No.
So never go past the studio again.
Okay.
Bleep.
Charlie, would you want your daughter to date someone like you when you were a teenager?
I can't remember being a teenager, but probably not.
Okay.
They don't have teenagers in Canada, do they, Charlie? No.
Tom. Tom's out. Okay.
Tom's out.
David, how did you learn about the birds and bees?
I went to the zoo.
Okay.
Betty answered my question. I went to the zoo and it's lovely.
Jay?
In the springtime.
Jay, in
Yes.
high school, how did you impress your date's parents?
Generally, I impress them most by not showing up.
Well, you didn't get a lot of help, Ronnie, but who said no? He would not let his daughter date before she was
I'd say
16?
Charlie may have said no.
Charlie, did you say no?
Said no.
You said no. And that does it for round 2. Tied up ball game still, so we'll come back with a whole new game. But let's see who else said yes or no. Yes, Jay, you would. And no. We'll be right back with our catch-up round right after this. When they asked me who I would like to have help me with the ticket plug, I said, well, Detective Roman Brady, of course.
No, it's Dr. Marlena Brady.
It's Dr. Marlena Brady. Yes. Detective Brady,
Yes.
how do you get tickets for this show?
Funny you should ask that, Betty. Ladies, don't just sit at home and watch our show. Be part of it. The address for tickets is Just Men, NBC Tickets, Burbank, California, 91523. That's 91523. Also, prize winners must meet eligibility requirements. Thank you.
I think you better stick with Days of Our Lives. Thank you, darling. This is a very important round because it really is our catch-up round. And with a tie score going in, 2 keys are going to move each time, so it's anybody's chance to start the car. This is how this one's going to work. This time, we are going to look for a straight yes or no, and in this crowd, good luck, on finding money. We asked these gentlemen the question, if you found $50, would you keep it? And it's up to you to find out who said yes, they would, and who said no, they wouldn't. This time, if you're correct, you get your star's key, and you get to pick one of your opponent's keys. But if you're wrong, that star key goes to your opponent, and she gets to take one of your keys. So, in other words, 2 keys are going to move, and a little help here. Now, let's see how did you answer that question?
I said no, I'm an honest kind of guy.
No, you wouldn't keep it. No,
Yeah.
sir. And Tom, how about you?
$200 is a different story.
Oh, I'd spend it.
Tom wouldn't keep it. Darryl, would you keep it $50?
Mrs. Igus didn't raise any fools.
Your figures.
And Charlie, what about you?
If it was 500, I might keep it.
But not the 50.
Not worth it for 50.
All right, well, we have one honest man up there anyway. And now, this time, we're going to start with you, Karen. Pick a star, one question, and then tell me, did he say yes or no?
Wayne, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest are you?
11. I like Charlie's number. I like Charlie's number.
Okay,
That's
I think
2
he said
ones.
no.
That's 2 ones.
Do you
That
think
makes
he
2.
said no? Did you say no, you would not keep it?
Well, after an answer like that, you think I was going to say yes?
No, you would not keep it. You not only get Wayne's key, Karen, you get Darrow or Charlie?
Charlie.
Charlie goes over here. They're fighting for you, Charlie, but you have a chance to get them back
Okay.
now, Ronnie.
Charlie's getting around.
Betty, I'd like to ask David.
David.
David, how would you react if a bank made an error in your favor?
A bank
Made
an
an
error
error in your
in my
favor.
favor? Oh, I would rush right back into that instant teller and punch that machine. That's a bank? Yeah, I would
Sure.
tell him.
I'd say David said no, he wouldn't keep the money.
No, he would not keep the money.
Keep it. He'd keep it.
Did you
No, he
say-
would not. Now, that's a double negative, but I'll tell you what, there's a single negative.
There. Now then. You
down
have
to Jay.
Charlie, Wayne, Lou, or Tom's key.
I'll take Charlie back.
Charlie,
That
you're
happened.
getting around.
Charlie,
Look where
that
we
happened. What's making
still
it?
stand
$50.
tied, and this is really for the game. You know how it works, Karen.
Okay, Jay?
Yes.
At a supermarket, what would you do if the checkout person undercharged you?
Undercharged me?
Yes.
Take the food and run. Yeah.
Karen, for the game. For the game, did he say yes or no?
I think he said yes.
Did you say yes, you would keep the $50?
I'm sure addressing with Wayne, I found this $50. It's mine now. I said, yeah.
You've not only won our game,
All
but
right,
you get a
Janet,
chance
play
at
one of those
Darrow,
people.
David, or Charlie.
I got Charlie's wallet.
Charlie, you're still getting around. And we'll be back in just a few minutes and give you a chance to choose one of those keys and try to start the car.
Used.
Ronnie, you were wonderful, but you got a trip to London.
Oh, I did. That's where I want to go.
Thank you for playing our game, and we'll be
Tom's
right back
going
with
with it.
that car start, hopefully, in another minute. And first, we have 2 keys left in Ronnie's possession, so she has 2 beautiful consolation prizes. Steve Day?
Ronnie first. Whirlpool's microwave oven with microcomputer push-button control set all cooking cycles, times, and power with the touch of your finger. Convenient defrost guide, sealed ceramic shelf, bi-level cooking rack furnished by Whirlpool. And finally, we'll fly you and a guest from Los Angeles for a week's stay at Best Western's Grand Canyon Squire Inn, where you may enjoy outstanding accommodations and meals near the magnificent South Rim, furnished by the Best Western Grand Canyon Squire Inn. Betty?
No, that was for stopping by. Well, thank you again, Ronnie, and we'll be right back with you, Karen, and we'll be right back with you. All right, Karen, you know how this one goes. Now, honey, which one of those keys, Jay, Wayne, Lou, Tom, or Charlie, do you want?
Tom.
You want to... All right. There's no law against that. We're going to try this. Tom, you come on down here. And you get over there.
Go for it, Tom.
Okay, now why don't you take your lady
Wait till
over
you get
there
in
and
the
get her
car
in
for
the
that.
car.
Put the top up.
Do those seats recline?
Go right around there and...
Your days usually dry.
You know what we're going to do? Wayne, you just got married this last week, or rather, Roman Brady got married, right?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
All right, well, bring all your... Yeah. So
I think they did, too.
that's on Days of Our Lives. That's not in real life, girls. So bring everything that you can to bear with your positive thinking. I turn my back on you. What are you two doing? Honest to Pete. Now, good luck, Karen. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We are having the worst time getting the cars
hoping
now.
you won the car. You might
Network good person tells somebody up there whose key really starts. Lou's key starts it. All right, come on back here, sweetheart, and we'll see. I hear that. All right, Lou, come on down. Come on down, everybody, as a matter of fact.
Oh, see what you got.
And we... Oh, you have some videotape equipment. Come on.
Karen, it's a color video camera. Home movies will be a breeze with this color video camera featuring a 6-to-1 power zoom lens, an electronic viewfinder, and an 8-hour video cassette recorder with special effects and stereo sound. That's it, Betty.
Well, I think what we all ought to do is meet under the clock here. Now, do you know how to run one of those things?
Not one of these, no, but I'm going to learn real quick.
It won't take too long to learn. Well, I think our fellas, this is only Tuesday, and they act like they've all known each other for 100 years. I'm afraid to think of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thanks to all of you. Believe me, I appreciate you being here. You're all wonderful. You're wonderful, too, and we're going to suggest that you come on back tomorrow. I know I'm going to be here, and you know why. Because it's just men.
Some of our studio guests will receive rental of the Rug Doctor and Cool Steam Carpet Cleaner with a vibrating brush removes deep down dirt from carpets. Rug Doctor, steaming mad at dirt. Also, World Book Encyclopedia 2-volume dictionary containing 2,400 pages, 3,000 illustrations, and more than 225,000 entries. Plus, enjoy delicious hand-packed Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your choice of 31 flavors that give you that 30 wonderful feeling from Baskin-Robbins ice cream.
Tomorrow morning on Today, don't miss part 2 of Jane Pauley's conversation with the one and only, the legendary Lucille Ball. Find out all over again why everybody loves Lucy. Tomorrow night on Real People, meet a scuba diving dog. Then on The Facts of Life, Jo drops a bombshell. She wants to be a nun. And on Family Ties, will Mallory's dream date turn into disaster? After that, it's wedding bells for Quincy. Or is it? All on NBC.
Would you like to get personal with Hervé Villachez? How about Torian Black, Stephen Ford, Pat Sajak, or Fred Willard? You can on Just Men. Next.